What up, my fans, and welcome back to the MMA channel with me, Marisol. Today we're going to be talking about Valentina Shevchenko and the conundrum, the situation that she finds herself in now that she has effectively cleared out the 125 division. So let's get into what exactly she needs to do next in order to keep her career moving forward. So as many of you know, Valentina Shevchenko defeated Katlyn Chookagian this past Saturday at UFC 247 and retained the Flyweight title. And she did so in just spectacular fashion. She was extremely masterful in her performance, extremely technical as well, and ended the fight with a TKO in the crucifix position, which is just astounding and amazing to witness. It was such a beautiful, beautiful performance. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. I love watching Valentina Shevchenko fight. Every time that we see her fight, we definitely can see improvements in her game, and she is just like a machine. She just goes out there, does what she needs to do, and is extremely intelligent about how she goes about doing all of her fighting. Like it's amazing to witness, beautiful to witness, and extremely inspirational no matter what you do. With that being said, though, she now finds herself in an interesting situation where she has effectively cleared out the 125 division. Yes, there are women who she has not fought. However, when you look at them and when you look at the top 10, the top 15 of the flyweight division, there isn't really anyone that stands out as someone who's going to be extremely challenging, someone who's going to be a really exciting person to fight or for us to witness her fighting. And when we take that into consideration, it kind of leaves Valentina Shevchenko in a position of, do you just keep being the big fish in a small pond, or what is it that you can do in order to continue advancing in your career and creating what a lot of fighters want to create before they retire, is a legacy. So Valentina Shevchenko has already done an amazing job at crafting and creating the beginnings of her legacy, but I think she has reached a point where she needs to just take leaps and bounds in order to really continue on with that effort. So with that being said, I think that we now have two paths that she can take in order to continue moving forward in her career. The first path is for her to face Amanda Nunez, so she can move up and face Amanda Nunez at the 135 division. What makes this pathway a bit lackluster, however, is the fact that they've already fought twice before, and both of those times Valentina lost via decision. The first fight she lost via unanimous decision, the second was via split decision. So at this point, if she were to fight Amanda Nunez, I just don't know what exactly would be different and what would make the fans believe that they were going to witness any kind of a different fight. I can see some sort of marketing effort in crafting a story around how dominant Valentina has been in the flyweight division and how much she has grown and improved with every fight. I could see that marketing piece. I could see that story being created. But at the end of the day, whether or not the fans are going to believe it or whether or not it's just going to be compelling enough for us to want to see a part 3, I just don't know if that's there. However, at the end of the day, I do think most of us would watch that fight. I know I would watch that fight anyway. But ultimately, in terms of excitement for it, I just don't know that the excitement is there from the fans. So the second path for Valentina to take would then be to have a super fight with Zhang Weili. Now, this is something that has already been talked about. Back when Zhang Weili became the strawweight champion, there was already a lot of hype, a lot of talk about her having a super fight with Valentina. At that time, Valentina completely nipped it in the bud, and she said that Zhang Weili would need to really prove herself in her own division before moving up and challenging for the flyweight title, which makes complete sense, and I completely agree with that statement. However, Valentina now finds herself in this conundrum, as I mentioned, so it makes that super fight more compelling. Now, I think that we can all be sold on that super fight if Zhang Weili were to defeat Joanna Jędrzejczyk in March. So that fight's coming up on March 7th, so much sooner than later. And if she were to defeat her, I think that we could all really be hyped about a super fight between Zhang Weili and Valentina Shevchenko. Now, will either of those two pathways be taken? I'm doubtful. I think it would be smart to take either one of those paths, and I think ultimately it would be the smartest choice to take the second one against Zhang Weili, because I feel like Valentina has much more of a chance in defeating Zhang Weili than in defeating Amanda Nunez. But like I said, she already told Joe Rogan that she is happy to stay in the 125 division, which I really hope she does not. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you think that Valentina Shevchenko should stay in the flyweight division or take some other path? And if it's one of the other two paths, which of the two do you think she should take? As always, don't forget to like this video and to subscribe for more content. I'll see you in the next one.